Hello Aquarius, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aquarius for the middle of October. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go and see what we have here for you, Aquarius. Now I'm using the Gilded Tarot, the Before Tarot, and the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. Please do make sure you are subscribed, especially if you watch my content regularly. It really does help my channel grow in a big way. All right. Make sure we're all set up here and in view. And then we'll get right into it. All right, that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Page of Wands. So Page of Wands, you know, this can be about some type of offer that comes into you. It's like a really good way of looking at this could be an invitation from the universe. Wands is an interesting suit. It's like, it can connect to something. Wands is like inspirational, right? When we look at the suit of wands, it is like something that inspires us. And so, in one hand, and so this can be an invitation from the universe, and that can come in many forms, such as meeting somebody, watching a movie that inspires you, having an extremely insightful conversation with a loved one or with somebody. It can also and so there are a bunch of different ways that this invitation from the universe can come in. In a different way, the Page of Wands could also indicate a job offer coming into your life, as well as the Wands is not just about situations that inspire us, but the suit of Wands can also connect to work, career, enterprise. And so if I'm looking at this here with the Judgment card and the Page of Wands and the World, and the Wheel of Fortune. So Page of Wands, World, Judgment card, Wheel of Fortune. This feels like a fated or destined situation that has arrived or is arriving for you here in the middle of October. In other words, I think some of you are getting an invitation from the universe here. I think some of you are getting an invitation here that comes in that makes you inspired, that makes you excited. And yeah, you kind of feel fired up about the possibilities that are out there and that are for you here. So let's go ahead and let's dive in the overall situation or the current situation. You do have the World here. World is anything that can connect to completions in the tarot. This is typically this is the last card in the major arcana. And so it says that you've completed something important in your life and you're now ready to sort of close out the circle on that situation. Right? This World card suggests that something has taken a long time to complete, because the World represents the end of the Fool's journey. The Fool is number 0. It's the first card in the tarot. The Fool is on a quest to get to the World. The World says that you are sitting at the top of the world. You in the tarot are the Fool. You are the hero of the story. And it says that you have gotten to the top of the world. You have completed something important. On a different level, this can indicate international travel or just travel in general. It's also just a card of victory, success, certainty as well. You can be certain that something is coming to a close or that you're getting closure on something in your life. In the problem position, you have the Hanging Man. So this is very simple. When you get the Hanging Man in the problem position, you are holding on to something. You're holding on to something too tightly and you're resisting. Hanging Man in the problem position is a major energy of resistance. When the offer comes in, when the gift comes in, and remember, this could be, somebody saying, hey, Aquarius, you seem to be the right fit for this opportunity, or we really think that you could excel in this role, or whatever the case may be, or like, hey, let's go travel over here, or let's go, you get a call from your best friend and they want you to go travel over here. They want you to come see them. They haven't seen you in a while. This is sort of like the invitation that could come in from the universe. When that happens, don't resist. The Hanging Man is holding on too tightly. And sometimes we just have to allow ourselves to free fall and see what happens and see where the invitation takes us, see where the opportunities take us. In the past, you have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is somebody who is really objective. This is somebody who will help you get from point A to point B in your career. This is somebody that will likely not take an emotional interest in you, but as I said, rather help you out in your career. In other words, this might not be somebody that you date when you get the King of Swords. This is more like, all right, this person's gonna show me the way, or I'm gonna learn from this person, or whatever the case may be, right? This can also say that you are an expert in something, okay? Some of you may have spent a lot of time learning about a specific subject. I just heard in my mind as I was looking at that, otherworldly. I don't know what this means. It's almost like some of you have otherworldly experiences, or you're looking to have otherworldly experiences. I don't know what that means. That could mean something to somebody here. But you could also just meet somebody that has a lot of experience as well and can kind of help you fill in the gaps. This person might have otherworldly experiences. I don't know what that means, but that came into my mind. I got to say it. When it comes into my mind, I say it. And so yeah. Now, in the future, you do have the Judgment card here. So this is really interesting. Judgment card can indicate accepting higher guidance. You can't really see on this card, on this illustration, but the people here, they're kind of like holding their hand out in other illustrations, and that means that they are willing to receive higher guidance. They are willing to receive help from something outside of them. The Judgment card is a very important card. It's a good card, but it's also a very important card. It's the final stage before you get to the world, okay? It's the final boss. That's the way I look at the Judgment card. It's the final boss. You are close to completing something. I do think, if you haven't completed it yet, this reading suggests that you are going to be completing something important here with the World and the Judgment card. And the thing is, for you, you may need to move into a period of self-evaluation here. And that's the thing about the Judgment card. Okay, Judgment card says, evaluate yourself first and remain unbiased, remain objective with the King of Swords and the Judgment card. And ask yourself what it is that you need to do to get to the world, what it is that you need to do to complete your task or to complete your journey. In the areas of your thoughts, this is on your mind or in what you're conscious of. You do have this Three of Cups. This is a social situation. This is your friends. This is your friend group. You can see the three friends or the three sisters here dancing on the cups. The cups are overflowing. The cups are pouring, right? Overflowing cups in tarot represent good energy, good times, good vibes, all of that sort of energy when you get the Three of Cups. This can be something connected to your social unit, your social circle, your group of friends. It can also just say like, hey, Aquarius, you might need to kick back a little bit. Like you might need to let loose a little bit. You might need to enjoy yourself. You might need to you might want to celebrate something, not need, but you might want to take a moment here to celebrate something. And this could certainly be the case because it's coming around this completion. I also think that if there's some sort of fated opportunity here, or some sort of fated conversation or fated connection or something here, some sort of destined opportunity here with the World, the Judgment card, the Page of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, that when this opportunity comes in, I really would not ignore. I'd really maybe, I can't tell you what to do, but I would really consider exploring that opportunity to see what it might reveal to you. In the subconscious, this is what you can't see, or the hidden, you do have this Queen of Wands. This is somebody who is attractive to many people, and not just physically attractive, but this is somebody who can attract opportunities into their life. In fact, here's the thing, here's the kicker. The Queen of Wands is always attracting. They are always attracting. And so if they are inauthentic, they will attract something that is inauthentic. But if the Queen of Wands is authentic, they'll attract the right thing into their life. And so it's always a reminder for you to be as authentic as possible when you get the Queen of Wands. Like absolutely, completely, authentically you, Aquarius, when you get this Queen of Wands energy. This can also say that, it's a major law of attraction card. You might also meet somebody who is a fire sign or somebody who's fiery in nature. And by the way, everybody wants to be the Queen of Wands. You know, that's the thing about the Queen of Wands. Everybody wants to be the Queen of Wands. Everyone wants to get with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is in some ways desirable. And I do feel like you have an abundance of connections here. Queen of Wands can indicate many. Again, they're attracting many things, many people into their life. Three of Cups indicates other people. You have a lot of connections here. And I do think that this invitation from the universe will come through another person. In the staff, in the direction that you are headed, in your current influence way, you are influencing the situation. You do have the Justice card. I do need to just take a moment and say you have an incredible reading here. You have an incredible reading here. All of these cards are very positive. And, you know, with this Justice card, there is Libra energy here, just by the way, for some of you. With the King of Swords and the Justice card, both cards can be Libra cards or air signs, fellow air signs. The Justice card in particular, though, says that the actions that you take in life are really very important. And, you know, at the end of the day, we all get the outcome we deserve. As long as you're taking appropriate action, you will get the appropriate outcome. Simple enough when you get the Judgment energy, right? But if you're not, the Justice energy, but if you're, and the Judgment, actually, both Judgment and Justice are cards of karma. And karma is simply the accumulation of our actions, Aquarius. And so, assuming that you are taking the right steps, you're operating, you know, appropriately, then everything will work out for you. In the external influence here, you have the Emperor card. This is Aries energy. Could be a fire sign, could be an air sign. Aries, Libra, another Aquarius. This could all be coming in here. The Emperor is, but if it's not any of those signs, and remember the natal chart's wide, right? There's like, they could have a Libra moon, you know, they could, you know, there are many placements that these energies could connect to. You know, their rising sign could be Aries, whatever. Now, if it's not connecting to a zodiac sign here, the Emperor is boss energy. It's a big boss energy, okay? And so some of you here might be having a conversation with your boss. You might also be the boss. And, you know, this could certainly be the case. It's probably somebody else, though. You might have an important conversation with your boss. I'm not getting a huge love narrative here. I really am not. I think that this is something else showing up here with the Three of Cups in your mind here. Yeah, I think that there's something else here connecting to work, connecting to invitations around that. Hopes and fears, you have this Wheel of Fortune. This is change. You're hoping for something to change here. And the other thing about the Wheel of Fortune is this says that your luck has arrived or the wheel has sort of spun in your favor, but you need to take action. Okay, your actions here are super important with the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune. Super, super important when you get these two cards together. And they actually come one after the other. Number 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. Number 11 is the Justice card. Number 12 is the Hanging Man. So we have this synchronicity here, and then we have 20, 21. So here's the deal. Do not resist, okay? Your challenge at this time is to not resist, okay? Be open to opportunities, be open to conversations, be open to experiences. As long as it's, you know, I don't need to tell you this, but as long as you're not putting yourself in danger or in harm's way. In the outcome, you have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands can indicate a business partnership. Two of Wands can also indicate walking down a path that is uniquely yours or needing to choose which path is yours. You can see that they're at a fork in the road. This also talks about planning, preparation, all of that sort of energy. Let's go and take a look here. Let's start to clarify this reading. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. Really do appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. Let's go ahead and get a couple cards here to clarify. All right, that card wants to come forward. Nine of Wands. Okay. So you have Nine of Wands, Two of Swords, the Devil, and the Six of Wands. Some of you are just swimming upstream here. Don't swim upstream, you know? Don't fight the current here. Do not resist at this time, because it's like the floodgates of opportunity are open for you. The floodgate of opportunity, is open here very clearly. Nine of Wands could be a card of resistance, but also perseverance, not giving up on something. Two of Swords is you like needing to be truthful and honest with yourself in this case. What do you truly want at this time? What do you truly, truly, truly want at this time? The Devil is something that you need to stop doing. It's something that you need to change, something that you need to stop doing. It's a card of our shadows. It can also represent a toxic person in your life. You do also have this Six of Wands, which is about a victory. Yeah, it's like some of you are completing something very good here, but you need to allow that completion to step into your life, or you need to allow the completion to happen here. Because some of you are just like, no, you're resisting, and I think the resistance looks like for you, like, what do you really want? With the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is like, what do you really want? And, so I guess I would ask you, do you know what you want, Aquarius? Let's see what else we have here. Can we get 4 more cards? Can we get 4 more cards here? Let's get 4 more cards. Okay, we got 2 more. 2 of Cups, 8 of Swords. Interesting. Let's get 2 more cards. All right, 1 more card. All right, 2 of Cups, 8 of Swords, Temperance card, and the Moon. You once again have the Justice card on the bottom here. So isn't that interesting? So you have something connected to karma, which, again, you need to understand from my perspective, karma is just about your actions, as I've explained. So, like, this is about your actions very clearly here. I just want to look at this illustration because this is a new deck for me. That's interesting. I'm not really sure what the author is trying to convey there, but there's something maybe connected to partnership here. I don't know, for some of you this might be love, as it is the Two of Cups, but for some of you this might be a business partnership. Temperance card is a card of alchemy. You are attracting something here. It's also a card of healing, patience, balance, but most importantly balance. And also with the scales, remember we have this Justice card here. You have the scales showing up here twice with the Justice card on the bottom, the Justice card here. Scales indicate karma, but they also indicate balance. And the Moon is potentially something that is not as it appears, or something that is temporary. Let's start to see what the really now what's going on is don't miss out. Okay, don't miss out here. Okay, so let's see what we have. So you have Privileged Lady, Courthouse, Imprisonment. Can we get 3 more cards here? Can we get 3 more cards? Yeah, 2 more? 2 more cards? Mature Man, Coffin, and Courtship in reverse. Interesting. But I don't read reversals. So there's an unlikely partnership here forming with Privileged Lady and Mature Man. But some of you need to make sure that you're not resisting this situation. Might not be your usual type, or might not be the usual type of person that you conduct a business with. Something like that. If you're not here for love, it's just somebody that you might not expect conducting business with. Yeah. Especially because I feel like taking this middle card, which is occupation. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next reading.